Good morning, dear students. Hope you are fit and fine. Today we are going to start with lesson number 10, Armed Revolutionary Movement, on page number 45 of your textbook. In previous lesson we had seen about non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement and Quit India movement. Now we have also studied the uprising before 1857 against the British and the freedom movement of 1857. Now, as you know, in last letter lesson we had learned about the agitators. The agitation against the British imperialism were carried out in various ways in India. In this chapter we shall get acquainted with it. In later period, Ram Singh Kuku organized a rebellion against the government in the Punjab. So let us start with armed revolutionary movement. Now see, you can see a picture, and the name of this person is Vasudev Balwant Phadke. Now, in Maharashtra, Vasudev Balwant Phadke gave an armed struggle against the British. He had given the weapon. He had given the weapon to the peoples to fight against the British. He assumed that there should be armed struggle to fight against the British. He had assumed that we should fight against the British with the arms. Arms means weapon. He took the training of arms from Vastad Lahuji Salve. He had taken the training from the person named as Vastad Lahuji Salve. He organized the Ramoshis and revolted against British. This rebellion became unsuccessful. Now he had organized the Ramoshis and revolted against the British. So he organized the Ramoshis and revolted against the British, but this rebellion became unsuccessful. The British government sent him to Eden jail, and there he died in the year 1883. As he was died in Eden jail, but he had built up an armed struggle for independence. He had inspired the Indian people to use the weapons and fight for the independence. Okay, now this photo is of about Chafikar Brothers. Let us see what they had done in history. In 1897, the Plague Commissioner Rand had retorted to tyranny and force while managing the epidemic of plague in Pune. In the year 1897, what has happened? There was a epidemic of plague in Pune, and Commissioner Rand, he has retorted the peoples and force to fight this epidemic. Okay, so as a revenge, what the Chafikar brothers did? Chafikar brothers, Damodar and Balkrishna, they had shot the Commissioner Rand on 22nd June. Damodar, Balkrishna and Vasudev, these three brothers and their associate Mahadev Ranade were hanged to death. As they had shot the Commissioner Rand, the government has hanged these three of the brothers, Damodar, Balkrishna and Vasudev, and even his associate Mahadev Ranade. From the same house, three brothers accepted martyrdom for the service of the country. As they were very patriotic, they had died for the country. From the same house, the three brothers were hanged out. Okay. During this period, Munda tribe in Bihar, under the leadership of Birsa Munda, made a great revolt against the government. Now, as this was happened, in this time only, there was a tribe named as Munda tribe, and it is from Bihar, and they were under the leadership of Birsa Munda. They also revolt against the British government. Okay, let us start the next part of the chapter topic. You can see the picture on the screen. He is Swatantravir Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. Now, let us see what he had done. In the year 1900, Swatantravir Vinayak Damodar Savarkar founded a Mitra Mela, a secret organization of revolutionary in Nasik. He had started one of the organization in Nasik, and what was the name of the that organization? Mitra Mela. The same organization was renamed as Abhinav Bharat in 1904, and in 1904 that organization was renamed, and the name of Mitra Mela was changed as Abhinav Bharat. Savarkar went to England for higher education. Now Savarkar, he had went to England for higher education. From there he began sending revolutionary literatures, guns, etc. to the member of Abhinav Bharat in India. Now from there he started to send revolutionary literatures and even guns to whom? To the members of the Abhinav Bharat in India. He wrote an inspiring biography of Joseph Mazzini, the famous Italian revolutionary. He has wrote an very inspiring biography of Joseph Mazzini, and he was a famous revolutionary of Italy. The 1857 rebellion was the first war of independence, was stated in the book The Indian War of Independence 1857, written by him. And in 1857, the rebellion, what was took in the first war of independence, it was stated in the book, it was wrote down in the book, and the name of the book was The Indian War of Independence 1857, and it was written by whom? Swatantra Veer Damodar Savarkar. Okay, the government came to know about the activities of Abhinav Bharat. Therefore, the government arrested Babarao Sawarkar. Now, after some days, the government came to know about the activities of Abhinav Bharat, and therefore the government arrested Savarkar. He was sentenced to life imprisonment, and he was kept in the prison for lifetime. As a revenge to this punishment, a youth named Anand Lakshman Kanere killed Jackson, the collector of Nasik. Now, as Babarao Savarkar was imprisoned, as a revenge, there was a youth named as Anant Lakshman Kanere. He has killed Jackson. He was the collector of Nasik. The government started arresting all those people who were connected with Abhinav Bharat organization. Now, what the government took the strict action because they had killed whom? The collector. So, government started arresting the people who were connected with the Abhinav Bharat organization. The murderer of Jackson was linked with Swatantravir Savarkar by the government. Now, when they started searching who was the murderer of the governor, so they came to know that he was the person who has killed Jackson. He was linked with whom? Swatantravir Savarkar. He was arrested and put under trial. Now, Swatantravir and even that Kanere, they were what? Both were arrested and put under the trial. And the court ordered him rigorous punishment for 50 years. Now the court has given the punishment to him about rigorous punishment for 50 years in the imprison. I hope you all have understood till here.